Welcome to a journey across China's most enigmatic natural realms. Places where the laws of the world wobble, where mountains breathe, and where landscapes appear shaped by forces beyond time. From a town squeezed so tightly between cliffs, it seems to float above its river, to cloud-wrapped peaks where heaven and earth blur into one. From glowing red coastlines to rivers that mirror the sky with impossible stillness. These 8 wonders bend imagination itself. Let us explore the corners of nature where mystery, beauty, and wonder meet. Standing in eastern China, Tanzoo Mountain is a monument to geological mystery, a granite mass shaped by forces still unexplained. Unlike ordinary mountains, Tanzoo's upper layers are stronger than the weaker stone beneath them, a contradiction that puzzles scientists to this day. Its cliffs rise with uncanny precision. Granite blocks are perfectly aligned, as if sliced rather than shaped by erosion. In a certain light, faint parallel striations appear, silent traces of immense pressure locked within the stone. In 2002, surveyors discovered long, straight fissures over 260 feet in length along the eastern ridge. Cracks so clean that even tall trees grow undisturbed directly above them. It looked as if an invisible blade had parted the earth. But the enigma deepens. Magnetic irregularities ripple beneath the slopes, hinting at ancient tectonic activity frozen in time. Local folklore claims the mountain breathes, its stone pulsing with life. A belief that feels plausible when you stand in its silence and sense the ground vibrating faintly. Though not huge, Tanzoo overwhelms the imagination. It's a reminder that Earth's oldest architectures remain beyond full comprehension. that some mysteries exist simply to humble us. Hidden in the highlands of eastern Jiangxi lies the Guang scenic area, a dreamscape sculpted from red sandstone. This Danxia world is a theater of towering cliffs, smooth vertical walls, and massive stones that appear to balance on the brink of impossibility. From afar, the mountains resemble a gallery of statues carved by wind and rain. The most famous of these wonders is Giant Turtle Rock, an enormous boulder perched atop a narrow pedestal, staring into the valley like an ancient guardian spirit. Geologists attribute these formations to long erosion and tectonic uplift, yet standing beneath them makes scientific explanations feel incomplete. The rocks seem purposeful, their cracks aligned, their surfaces refined by nature's patience into something almost sentient. At sunrise and sunset, the cliffs glow with deep red and gold hues. Sharp shadows reveal hidden textures, making the mountains look like living calligraphy. Artists long ago called Guang the mountain that paints itself. What sets this place apart is balance. Strength held delicately against gravity, vulnerability supported by endurance. Every stone tells the tale of surviving pressure, time, and storms. Here, the earth whispers a quiet truth. Power can be silent, and beauty can stand on the edge of collapse yet never fall. In Zhejiang province rise the Yandong Mountains. Rise, one of China's oldest and most puzzling volcanic formations. With vertical cliffs, ethereal valleys, and stone cathedrals carved by nature, Yandong's landscape feels almost supernatural. Its golden walls tower hundreds of feet, gleaming like polished metal in sunlight. The range is divided into three distinct layers: an arid upper belt of sheer cliffs, a moist middle region cut with vapor-filled fissures. And a lively lower zone where rare ferns and mosses cling to shadowed stone. Yet Yandong's true wonder lies in its unexplained phenomena. Each April, a veil of white mist forms exclusively on the western cliffs, regardless of weather uniformity elsewhere. In 1992, geophysicists detected subtle but persistent gravity anomalies that caused their equipment to fail, as if something beneath the mountain defied measurement. At sunrise, with fog drifting through narrow gorges, the cliffs resemble temples suspended between worlds. Yandong seems less like a mountain and more like a conscious being, ancient, watchful, alive. Deep in Fujian's mountains, Bishuyang and Yuanyang streams glide side by side like two ribbons of crystal. For nearly 2 kilometers, the rivers share the same source, yet run perfectly parallel, divided only by a slender spine of stone. Their waters are so shallow and clear that one can cross without rising above the ankles, the riverbed shimmering like polished glass. On calm mornings, white ripples appear and remain frozen in shape, while the water beneath continues to flow. an illusion scientists credit to porous limestone regulating pressure with uncanny precision. The stream bed is a single sheet of smooth stone, breathing water in a rhythm so steady it feels alive. At sunset, both rivers turn gold, weaving through bamboo groves and ancient bridges. Locals call them eternal partners, one swift, one gentle, never merging, never separating. Standing here, listening to the soft murmur of water, one feels time slow to the steadiness of breath. In Zhejiang's interior rises Tiantai Mountain, a place where spiritual history entwines with geological strangeness. Celebrated as the birthplace of the Tiantai Buddhist school, this mountain is both shrine and enigma. The terrain bends perception. Layers of sedimentary and metamorphic rock twist like woven fabric, creating corridors where light behaves unpredictably. On cloudy days, beams shimmer in fractured patterns, as if the air itself is shifting. In 2012, climbers reported sudden dizziness, chills, and erratic heartbeats, all without effort. Their compasses spun uncontrollably for minutes before snapping back into alignment. Scientists suggested magnetism or microvibrations, yet none could replicate the phenomenon. Local lore says the mountain tests the spirit, confusing those who arrive without calm intent. Monks once believed the effect was not dangerous, but awakening, forcing travelers to confront the instability of perception. Even today, visitors speak of chants echoing from empty cliffs and winds whispering like mantras. Tiantai is not ascended, it is entered, like stepping into a sacred consciousness where reality thins. Tucked deep within northern Yunnan's rugged mountains, Yanjin County stretches along the Heng River like a thread pulled taut between colossal stone walls. Cliff faces rise nearly straight up on both sides, leaving barely enough room for a single ribbon of homes and roadway. Seen from the sky, the town appears as a shimmering silver line winding through a canyon of mist and granite. Space here is a luxury. Houses lean into the slopes in elongated forms, balconies hanging just above the river's edge. The single road cutting through the valley acts as everything at once: market, meeting point, transport artery, a narrow passage connecting Yunnan with Sichuan. With room for only 2 cautious vehicles, traffic flows by instinct. No traffic lights are needed when routine itself becomes navigation. Life moves with quiet precision. Wooden stilt houses rise from the banks, forming a layered vertical world. Living spaces above, river below, mountains behind. A small suspension bridge carries children across the water each morning, swaying gently with every step. Behind the town, tunnels carved into rock conceal a humble train station, proof that determination can carve paths even through stone. More than a geographic curiosity, Yanjin is a testament to adaptation. Here, people do not challenge the mountains. They coexist with them, shaping their lives around constraint. In this confined space, life becomes a lesson in resilience, balance, and coexistence with the land. Along the Bahai Sea in Liaoning stretches Hongghai Beach, also known as Panjin's Red Beach, a landscape so alien it feels dreamlike. Instead of sand, the shoreline is blanketed in living red, created by the resilient Sueda salsa plant that transforms the wetlands into a blazing crimson sea each autumn. In spring, the shoots emerge in a soft green. As the months warm, they deepen to pink, then erupt into brilliant red, burning across the marsh like a living flame. By late autumn, the expanse is so vivid it can be seen from space. Beneath the color lies a complex root system that binds and nourishes the land, creating a sanctuary for life. To the locals, this glowing landscape is a symbol of harmony between sea and shore. Migratory birds gather here in the thousands, drawn by rich nutrients. At dawn, when the tide rises and sunlight spreads across the red expanse, sky and land merge into one crimson horizon. Scientists come to study its ecology. Travelers come for its magic. Yet the most unforgettable part is the quiet. The gentle wind rustling through scarlet fields, reminding us that nature's brilliance often speaks softly. From canyon towns and red seas to whispering peaks and mirrored rivers, these hidden wonders reveal a side of China rarely seen. A landscape where mystery shapes reality and nature writes poetry in stone, water, and sky. Each place reminds us that the world still holds secrets beyond logic, waiting patiently to be found. And in their quiet presence, they tell us the truth. The earth is alive and still dreaming.